Good morning. This is a first for me. I'm in a location I've never been to before. I'm on my own. The clouds are low, so I need to be careful that it doesn't come into thick fog because I could get in trouble. I don't suppose I will because I'm sticking to the path. But I'm on some moorland. I'm up in the high peaks, and I'm not far from Glossop, and I'm heading off because I saw a post from a guy on, I think it was Facebook, and he showed a crash wreck in some of his photographs, and as you know, I quite like those sort of things, not in a morbid way. I'm just interested. I like to go and see them and to see what's there, and also to have a bit of a read up on why it's there, what it's from. This one I'm going to go and visit, if I can find it, is a bomber. It's a Boeing RB-29, which was a photographic reconnaissance aircraft, or had been converted, so it was an RB-29A, I think it was. There was 13 people killed on the flight. It was flying over this moorland. They were using their onboard dials. They came into low cloud. I'm not sure which way they were coming from, probably from Ladybird side, and you've got the high shelf up here, and it didn't clear the shelf, and it crash landed. There was 11 I'll put the notes up on the screen for you. There's 11 of something and 2 military or something like that. But 13 people died, so this is a bit of a walk to see the crash site, to see what's left in 1948. I've got it on a bit of paper because I didn't want to forget, and I wanted to give you the actual information. Flying Glossop, Derbyshire is where I am, heading towards the high shelf stones. Never heard of them before, but I'm hoping I'm going to have a look at them as well. The cloud is up and down, but it's definitely covering up in front of me. It was part of the 16th Photographic Reconnaissance Squadron. It's a shame. 11 crew and 2 military, like I said. So it's a bit of a shame. I'll put the guys' names up on the screen for you. This is a bit of a story for them, and I'll see if I can get a couple of photographs to best do it justice, if I can find the place. Now, I've got to go near Devil's Dike. I've got my OS map on my phone. I've downloaded the local maps. That's the best thing to do in a situation like this, because I don't know the area. Now, this is part of the Highland Way, or whatever the way is. It's a proper pathway at the moment because of massive peat bogs, as you can see there. We wouldn't go walking across all this lot because you'd probably find you never come back again. I'm going to stick to the pathways. I've been told by the person, who I will mention in a moment when I remember his name, follow the path up, hang a left, and then I can go along Devil's Dike, and cut across the end, and then up onto the stones. Now, I think the stones are under that cloud there. I could see them last night. I'm pretty sure I could, and it seems to be the highest point around here. So I'm going to head this way, get my OS map out on my phone to make sure I know where I am, and keep to the path, because look at this, you don't want to be straying off the pathway because you're going to get squidged. So that's enough waffling for an intro. Let's see how we get on. God, it's warm walking along here. Got to take my coat off. We're in a bit of a trench that runs up the side, up the middle. it's quite scary on your own. I've just had 3 walkers, or look like they've been wild camping, lads come past me, but other than that, I'm the only person here, and it's quite scary, to be honest. I've got my ears in, as you can probably see, so I've got some music on the go now. You know what I'm like with me and my own thoughts. Me and myself don't do very well together. So I've got some music on, and I've got a bit of Celine Dion going at the moment. So yeah, coat off. I put it on because it looked like it was going to rain, but it still might. But at the moment, I need to keep cool before I sweat all that energy away. See you in a bit. Okay, so shout out to Simon Harvey. It was Simon that sent me the Facebook message. I asked him nicely if he could point me in a rough direction. And in all fairness, it's on Google Maps, but he sent me a lovely little map, if I can show you. He sent me this lovely little map on Messenger, as you can see there, and that really did help get me going and give me the inspiration. And that's more what it's about. It's all about the inspiration to be getting out and to be going to these places. If you don't hear of them or don't know of them, how would you know how to get there? You just wouldn't, would you? So yeah, the inspiration's there. So people please posting on the Landscape Photography Adventures Facebook group, the LVA, and if you're not a member, come and join. It's free to join. Answer the questions at the beginning so we know you're human and not spammers. And yeah, come and join the community. We're just short of 1,000 members, and it's a great place to come, chat, ask questions, post your photographs, and even the odd video, as long as you're a fully fledged member of the community. It is mighty warm walking and talking. You can see I'm in this, almost like this trench, and I've walked a fair way. You could just about see a little white speck back down there, which is the van and the parking area. You can get a bus up here as well if you wanted to. There is a bus stop right where I parked. Now, I was following my OS, but it looks like we took the wrong turn at the beginning, so we're doing the route backwards instead of forwards. But I have no idea what lies in front of me, apart from the fact I'm out in the moorland all on my own. Oh God. So I've come out of that trench a bit now, and they put these stones down. As you can see there, the stones lead off into there, and the cloud's coming over me at the moment, and the stones where I've just been walking from there. And without these stones across this moor, it must be treacherous. So we just basically stick to this path and keep going, and whatever happens, stay on this path, because I know forward is to wherever I'm going, and backwards is back to where I came, obviously. And there's only one direction back, so I know how to get back. Even if this come down into thick fog now, I just follow that path back. So I'm not steering off the path unless I have to, and if I have to, I want to make sure I know exactly where I am. But these trenches that you walk into like this is obviously where we've been walking over years into the peat, and it's got deeper and deeper and deeper. It's got to be. I'm out of breath. I suppose I'm walking at a good pace. It's about a 6 kilometre walk, this one, if I do it all the way I'm supposed to do it. Oh, I'm trying not to keep talking, but you're the only person I've got to talk to. My glasses are just fogged up, and I've only got trainers on today. I bought some new boots after my last one's leaking, and they're a bit tight. I've just put them on my feet and they felt tight, so they're going back, and I'm getting another pair half a size bigger. So I've got my decent trainers on, but I'm not keen on walking in trainers because you get that twisty ankle syndrome. So I've got to be a bit extra careful. But I do need to get out of this trench so I get some air on my face, because I'm melting. So we've got to be on the edge, I would have thought, of Devil's Dike. You can see now I'm on the edge of this bit of a ridge, and you've got this dike that runs through the middle, and I'm not going to bore you. It's a bit scary. being on your own out here, it's a bit scary. I'm about a third of the way on the route round, and if it comes to it, I'll just follow the same route back because I know where the path is. But I am not kidding you, I have got a little bit of the willies up me because it's misty or cloudy. There is nothing, absolutely nothing at all. So I'm just going to keep going until it gets the better of me, and then I'm going to turn around and go back and give up and come back another day. No, I'm going to try. I'm going to persevere and keep going. But yeah, I'm not doing anything stupid at all today. Nothing. Right, there's another marker point just coming up now, and this tells me I'm going to go round to the right. You see there's a marker point, and we're heading to that marker point, so we've got to cross the dike now and head up that direction. And while I'm here, I might as well just check my map just to see how far round I've actually got. So I'm just short of halfway on the map. So yeah, if you're wondering how I'm using an OS map on my phone or how safe this is, it's battery powered, but I've got a backup battery and I have downloaded the map, so I should be okay. So on the crossroads back there where the little dike was, I had to hang a left and follow in my route on my map. This is a path, but it's not like the other path. It's now definitely off on the moorland, sticking to this almost like a sheep track path. And again, I'm very cautious of where I'm walking. But up in front of me, this little bugger here has just frightened the bejeebers out of me. Can you see him there? I'm just walking and walking and walking. I've just looked up, and this dude here is standing there staring at me. Oh, did that frighten the life out of me? Oh, what? Just standing there staring. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, you know I'm talking to you. This is a little bit more interesting now though, because I've obviously got to keep to the least boggy parts as I can, so that I don't get feet full of mud. And it's all a bit squidgy just here, so I just need to find a way across this boggy bit without getting stuck in it, because I don't want my feet stuck down in it. So I just need to check my map now. I think I'll go in this direction. No, I'm not thinking. We don't do thinking. Look at him up there, watching me. I know, it's nice not to be alone. Just check me map. We are on the path. Yep, we're still going. We're still good. Let's keep to this path and keep going. Do you know where the wreck is, Mr. Sheep? No, you don't want to talk. Oh, this is quite frightening. When you start thinking about more monsters. Let's keep going up here and have a look. What can we see? Nothing at the moment. Absolutely nothing. It'd just be nice to get out in the open so I can see nothing, if that makes sense. God, look at all this peat. It's just peat bog. Masses and masses of peat. And I need to make sure I'm on the path. And there's a path. Yeah, this is the path. Stick to the path, keep going. Deep breaths. Listen to your music. Keep smiling. Keep smiling. Keep smiling. Oh my god, I wasn't expecting to walk over that bit and just walk into it. It's it's a massive site, and I'm sure it goes on even further. I think there's even some up there. This is huge. There's an engine, another engine, there's 2 more engines. It was a 4-engine plane. There's part of the fuselage over that side. It's just, geez, unbelievable. There's loads of obviously crosses and things that people left. This is definitely a resting place for the squadron, for the guys. It makes it feel really eerie because of this fog and low cloud. I am going to take a couple of photographs. I'm going to get my tripod out and just see if I can get a couple of shots, and then I'm going to head back. I just want to have a look up here and see what's up here first. I think there's something else up here. So if it had 13 on board, it's obviously quite a big plane. Yeah, there's some more up here as well. It's definitely right out in the middle of nowhere. Gosh. Wow. And you know what? I had Ed Sheeran on in my ears. I will leave the light on. But it's just phenomenal. It's just insane. Crazy. My God. My God. This is such a place to photograph. I know people have taken loads of photographs of this before, but this is an insane site. Really is insane. I've got the wide angle on at the moment because I want to try and take in this bigger section, and the way it just falls off into the mist, and it's got that solitude. There's just something about it today because of this overcast cloud, because this is the cloud, this is the kind of cloud that they would have had that took them out of the sky. This low cloud where you can't see anything, and you've got this shelf of peat marsh that just leers in front of you, and they've hit this bank, and total devastation. Every photograph I take, I'm thinking about those Americans that just didn't make it. What a sight. So as I'm lining up to take the shots, I'm trying to put a little bit of composition into the images. I'm just very quiet. I don't feel like I want to be rambling on about the pictures. They're very somber, very atmospheric in their own way. There are crosses everywhere. There's one behind me on the stones here. There's small crosses all over the place. There's this small like shroud of crosses and things there. It's a lot to take in. I just want some memorable photographs, and if I can do it justice, I will. But I don't think there's any justice to be had. I've just realised that what I'm looking at in front of me is a wheel. One of the wheels off the plane. Still got tyre on it. You can see there, you've still got the tyre on it, and that's one of the wheels off the plane. It's hard to know what most of these parts are, and I'm sure people have been taking bits, but this is a wheel and a shredded tyre. You can see there's some little plaques here which are really nice that people have done for the B-29. I'll do a little bit of video so you can have a quick look at this. Try and get a slightly different angle on it, taking in these larger panels and trying to get a little bit of separation just between any of the parts that are sticking up. But this fog, this low cloud, this clag that I'm in, as much as it's scaring the bejeebers out of me a little bit, it's so fitting to soften this image, to soften these images, to really give these photographs that I'm taking some meaning, knowing that these guys lost their lives in conditions so similar to this, so very, very similar to this. it's strange because whenever I go places I always want to take a little keepsake back, and there's millions of these little bits of things. I just can't bring myself to take anything from this site, and I'm sure so many people have, and there's loads and loads of tiny bits of metal everywhere, but it just does not seem the thing to do at all. It really doesn't. This is where they lie, or probably not where they lie, but this site is a very special, very, very special place. Put the slightly longer lens on the camera and try and get a photograph a little bit further back, which will give me a little bit more haze and atmosphere on the actual images. I get a little bit more subdued softness with the cloud, the fog, the mist. So I'll take a few of those and then I'm going to put them all on the screen for you. I know it's been a bit of a slideshow style. I can't really talk about composition and stuff. I've just gone with the basic, trying to make everything just flow through the image for you. But it's a memories, and yeah, it is just what it is. What a massive, massive, massive site. I'll speak to you in a bit. So I am pretty much done on this site. I'm just going to put my OS map on and have a look and see how far around I've got to walk to get to the stones. So I might just carry on round a little bit further. You can see there that I'm quite close to the top, so I'm just going to have a little walk round a little bit further. There's been a couple of people walk past. I was in a world of my own with my bigger lens on, and I wasn't expecting anybody to be here at all. I thought I was all on my own, and I just looked over my shoulder and there was a bloke not far behind me stood there, and oh God, did it shock me. My word, it frightened me to death. It really did. I was just like, oh my God. He apologised and everything for making me jump, but oh dear, yeah, he just come and had a look himself. So there are a couple of other people around, but that's a massive site. It really is a big place, and as you've probably already seen, I've had the drone up, flown the drone around. I ummed and ahed a little bit whether to put it up in the air or not. Hey, all right?
Hello, yes indeed, and you?
You're all right on, you're not alone. You've got people following you and chasing you. We're heading.
Well, I got the aircraft wreck and then I'm heading back to the Snake Pass.
Going back round to the Snake Pass.
Park Rangers.
Oh yeah.
I usually base myself.
Oh cool, cool. That is a hell of a sight. Yeah, that's hell of a sight. Let me just turn that off. I'm doing this off a sec. That was nice. Just talking to a ranger. He's a ranger that walks over these hills to try and find or help anyone that's a little bit lost and disorientated. And at the moment, I'm not. But he said it's very easy to get lost here, very easy to get disorientated, because there are no actual trig points as such. There's no fences, walls, marker points, stones and rocks, boulders that you can actually pinpoint to use for locations. There's nothing on the maps, which is what I thought when I came this way. So hopefully I can find my path back. Now I did actually scribe a line in a stone when I got to a fork, just to make sure I take the right fork back later on. And I'm actually up on the trig point now of the high shelf stones. I'm on the trig point, it's just here in front of me, so I'm not going to be going any further. And he says from here normally you get an amazing view, but not on a day like today. You get an amazing view right down over Glossop and all of that. And I'm used to being around stones, but ooh, it's getting windy. Yeah, there's no view today, but we have made it round onto the high shelf. But I'm going back the way I came because I cannot afford to take any chances and risks going in the other direction, because this is all cloud and it ain't going nowhere. So we'll just get up here onto this trig point. So we've been here and we've done it. Another trig point done, another place visited. This is the high shelf stones. We're right up on the high shelf now. This is the highest point around here, around this moor. So all we've got to do now is get back the way we come, walk back through the wreckage, back out the bottom, and it's kind of a left out, and keep following that path till I get to the fork where I scribed an arrow in the rocks and keep going. But I think first I'm gonna have to hide and have a bit of a piddle. I'm busting. And I can't wait till I get back. Shh, don't tell anyone, will you? So I've had a bit of a change of plan. I've gone back to the rocks, and instead of going the way I came, I'm going back down the hill, the route I should have come up. There's a big drop off down here. I've just seen a couple walk past me and I just asked them which way they come up. They said the path's very clear to see, and I can see people in front of me as well. So I'm just going to follow this one back and use me maps to guide me and see where I'm going, because it'd be nice to go back a different direction than the one I come, because the one I came on was an extremely boring walk because you couldn't see anything. And this one's a bit steeper, so I need to concentrate where my feet are. And once I get back to the Pennine Way, I'll give you a shout and let you know that I'm safe and on the right track back to the van. I'm not back on the Pennine Way yet, but what I did want to do is just show you that I've come out the clouds a bit now. There's all the clouds and the clag up there. We're starting to get a view opening up, and you can see If you look right down there, let's see if I can zoom you in, right down that way, you can see the vehicles down on the road. So I'm basically making my way down here, let's have a look, down this sort of pathway, down into the dike, back up the other side, and there's a path that leads all the way along that way, and I'm just going to follow it along the dike, back round to the left until we get back. So yeah, at least I can see where I'm going now, and I don't feel that fear of being lost and abandoned. I can even see people on the pathway on the other side. So let's just have a look and see what this dike's like to cross. This moorland I'm walking across at the moment is literally just peat, and I'm walking at every single foot is like spongy bounce, spongy bounce, spongy bounce, and it's just so spongy to walk on. I would recommend going the way I came, which basically means following the path round and then coming back down this hill, because it's definitely a lot easier. And I wouldn't do it in the snow, that's all I'm going to say. My phone's ringing, that's probably the wife. Let's have a look. It is. Let me just answer this. Hello? Hello? I'll give her a call back. So that was a nice bit of a traverse. We had to go down through Devil's Dike. This is Devil's Dike, running right down through there. What a carve out that must have been in the Ice Age. You just had to scramble down this little bit here and come up the other side. And now I'm back on the path, and I know it's windy. The wind's right in my face now, but we are on the path along the side of the dike. So let's get back to the Pennine Way. I've just lost sight of the vehicles at the moment, but I can see them up in front and the main road, so we're all right. Woo! Just been on the phone to the wife as well. She's been trying to phone me to check in and make sure I'm okay, because I've not been able to speak to her since yesterday. So I must have got a signal as I dropped down. So, all good. She's doing some cleaning today. Right, let's get back to the Pennine Way, back to the van, and a nice cup of cha. So we are back in the van, we are back safe and sound, and we've got the kettle on and we've got a brew on the go. Shameless plug, I just want to mention this to you. My 2023 calendar is out and we've got some beautiful photographs to be seen. We've also got XF data, Google Maps location, and the What 3 Words tripod location, and this year I'm adding a barcode which will give you the actual video where I took the images. So you click on that barcode and it will take you to Ribblehead, to where I got that photograph from. We've got a beautiful array of photographs this year, 12 lovely stunning photographs for you to appreciate, and they're all on a nice A4 size, so if you want to take these out afterwards and hang them up and print them, you certainly can. So yeah, a bit of a shameless plug to my calendar. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and yeah, till next time, I'll see you wherever I see you, somewhere in the Peak District probably, because I'm going somewhere else tonight or later on. It's only, what's the time? It's 10 to 12. I've done 11,400 steps, and yeah, I'm feeling right and rain. I want to do something else now, so I don't know where to go. I'll have a look on the map, see what we can find, and I might do a little bit of editing and get the computer out and have a go on that. So till next time, ciao for now. Hope you enjoyed this visit. I know it's a little bit of a somber place to go to, but I thoroughly wanted to go and visit it, and I feel that I'm almost positive I've done it justice, even though I haven't seen the photographs yet. I was made up to the fact that even though I was scared of the conditions this morning, they really did pay off, and I think it really did lend itself to those images. Till next time, ciao for now, see you soon. And you've got to get out and use your camera. All those people out there that keep saying to me, you know, I'm an inspiration. The inspiration is take your camera, go and get a photograph today. Don't care where it is, what it is, take a photograph, post it on the Landscape Photography Adventures Facebook group, tag me in it, and tell me why you went out and took it. I'm off. Bye bye. Ooh. Ooh.